is here. Welcome back to the Charlie Kirk Show.
All right, welcome back to the Charlie Kirk Show. Salena Zito and Mikey McCoy. Got a quick little segment here, but I want to make sure that you see some of these data points. Throw up 109. This is Mark Mitchell from Rasmussen. He said Trump's approval for voters under 30 was 60% in March. Now it's 35%, and Mamdani favorability is 62%, with like a shrug emoji. All right. Let's go 110. This is from Melissa Chan. Young women voted 81% for Mamdani in New York City, 80% for Cheryl in New Jersey, 78% for Spanberger and VA. Pendulum shift from the podcast bros just a year ago to the Longhouse. And then when you actually do dive into the conservative numbers, throw up 142. This is who's your ideal candidate in 2028, ages 18 to 29. Donald Trump Jr. actually is at 28%. Vance is at 25%, Cruz 16%, DeSantis at 6%. So we're seeing not only some, I would say, noise in the data, but we're also seeing these wild fluctuations that we're going to discuss in the next segment when we welcome back national radio. I'm going to throw to you, Salena, to make sense of of this wild swing for voters under 30. We're going to welcome back radio in about 3 seconds, and we'll be right there. All right, history, economics, the great works of literature. Did you study these things in school? You probably didn't, but even if you did, it's probably time for a enjoyable refresher course. Hillsdale College is offering more than 40 free online courses. Charlie took 31 of them, including their newest course on totalitarian novels. In this free 8-lecture course, you'll learn from Hillsdale College president, the legend, Larry Arnn, Dr. Larry Arnn, as he goes in depth on four novels: 1984, Brave New World, Darkness at Noon, and That Hideous Strength. Even though these novels were written in the 1930s and 40s, they are highly relevant today. They've stood the test of time. You got to check them out. Read them again if you haven't, or if you have before, or for the first time, with Dr. Larry Arnn as your guide. So you can check them out right now. Go to charlieforhillsdale.com to enroll. That's charlieforhillsdale.com to enroll. There's no cost. It's easy to get started. That's CHARLIE for Hillsdale.com. So, Salena, I just showed you in the previous little segment that you saw Trump's approval rating with under 30s. It was at 60%. Now it's kind of tanking. What do we need to do to get this back on track?
So we are in, I always say history doesn't repeat itself, but it kind of rhymes. It's other people say that too. But, we're in the middle of a really turbulent economic time, not very different than the Industrial Revolution. Only this is more like a technological revolution, right? With AI and how it's disrupting our economy. And so we have to look back at what happened then. There was great fluctuations between Democrats and Republicans, wild swings, hundreds of seats every 2 years between in Congress, as well as presidents. We switched presidents every 4 years. And so what are the lessons learned? Well, a lot of these men and women that ran back there talked over the people that were feeling that shift from an ag economy to an industrial economy, and they didn't address their needs. What the Republicans, what Trump needs to do, what Vance needs to do, and I think they're both very good at it, is go where the voter is, go where the people are, and show that empathy about what their concerns are. I think that goes a long way. I think that's what Mamdani did well. I always expected him to win New York. I also never expected the Republicans to win Virginia and New Jersey. So they were, slightly flawed candidates as well. So I think going to where the voter is, going where the economic distress is, tell that person, tell young people, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. I mean, when I was 25, when I was under 30, terrible economic times in Pittsburgh. All the steel industry died. I bought my first home and it was 14% interest rate. And I lived, like paycheck to paycheck, maybe not even that well, right? So I completely understand that. What you need to do is talk to that person about that empathy.
Yeah, well said. And Mikey, I think we need a big audacious, bold, visual idea, like groundbreaking on like 1 million homes or something, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
You were there on the ground when you saw this surge of momentum behind the Trump campaign in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, young people, the best, and I want to praise President Trump here because he's done an excellent job with this already, with the 2 million plus deportations and southern border being secured at 99.99%. But that is the best way that you can help young people economically, with housing, just all around economically. And that's the fastest and easiest way. But also, I just want to kind of point out that during the election trail, the top 3 TikTok accounts were President Trump, Team Trump, and Charlie Kirk. And they really knew how to message young people. And I feel like that shouldn't stop. I feel like we need to continue that messaging to young people, and try to aim to be the top 1, 2, and 3 accounts on TikTok for reaching young people and giving them their desired
Mikey,
content.
That's what we're going to do with your TikTok. That's your job.
I don't know about that. Yeah, but I just think, President Trump, thank you. Keep deporting people, make more jobs, lower build more homes in our country. He's been doing a fantastic job. We just need to continue it and continue the messaging for it. Young people need to know that this is happening.
Yeah.
But this momentum is continuing under Erica Kirk's leadership at Turning Point USA with all these campus stops, and it's really encouraging to see.
Salena, we've got like 15 seconds for you. Tell us about the book, where to get it. How do we follow you? Tell us your coordinates.
The book, you can follow me on Twitter, Zito, Salena, Zitosalena. The book is Butler, #1 New York Times bestseller. It's not just about that day. I was only 4 feet away from the president, but it is what's happening on the ground, in particular with young people.
Amen. Salena, you're amazing. Thank you for joining, making the time. We'll see you guys tomorrow.